Ask Me Anything by Redmond Ditas. I was robbed as a bank teller. Ask me anything. The robbery occurred nearly 7 years ago, but I was recently reminded of it, so I figured I'd throw this out there for anyone who has curiosities. If you don't mind recounting it, how did it play out? Do you have nightmares or any lingering lasting side effects? Or was it not all that bad? How old were you, and are you man, woman or other? Just to help picture the scene, and I imagine it would be different for a 21-year-old male versus a 70-year-old lady. As for the perpetrator, who were they? What happened from when they left the doors of the bank? He entered the door and waited in line like an ordinary client. He approached the teller line and pretended to conduct a normal transaction, but then handed me a note. The message was clear, so I gave him what I had, and he turned around and left. Very few words were exchanged, though he did verbally threaten me. For a few weeks I was very afraid he would come back to find me. The bank provided therapy who I spoke with, because I was having difficulty not taking the robbery as a personal attack. Several years later I can look back as a scary event in my life, but I don't think I have any lasting effects. I was a 28-year-old woman, and he was a 40-year-old man. Was the robber caught? If yes, what was the sentence? Yes, but only because he robbed another bank after mine, and they caught him then. He's still in jail. His sentence was 16 years. How much did they end up getting? Did they get away? Less than $2,000. He got away for 2 weeks, until he robbed the next bank. Were you trained on how to behave during a robbery? Yes, very well trained. And often they'd recheck our knowledge. If you were trained for the moment, did you remember your training? Did you have those ink packets that explode to dye the money? I could only imagine the amount of fright you must have felt in the moment. Hope you are doing well over the years. Yes, I remember the training. Yes, we used dye packs. I'm doing well. Do you mind sharing what are the bank's procedures if something like this happens? Obviously the bank would want to minimize casualties, so parting with some money should be part of the plan. What are dye packs? We were trained to comply with all requests because the money is not more important than any person's life. And honestly, even if that wasn't the training, that's what human instinct would have told me to do, even if my job was on the line. Dye packs are devices that are given to the robber that explode with permanent dye intended to stain all of the money, as well as the clothing and surroundings of the robber. It helps to apprehending the suspect, as well as make the money useless to him. No disrespect, did you feel any kind of trauma from it? How did you react after everything calmed down? Also, how did the leaders of the bank go about it? Was there a care team? Or a security manager? One thing I learned during this is that robbing a bank is a federal crime, and therefore the FBI was actually involved. They sent me a bunch of material about victims' resources and offered different contacts to me. The bank itself did bring a therapy team in for several days, and our bank was assigned a security guard for a month. In the immediate time after, I was very scared. I was scared for a couple weeks until he was caught, because I constantly worried he'd come back for me. Once he was caught, I felt a huge relief. No long-term effects, now that I know of. Did you have to testify at his trial? No, I didn't. Do you still work in the banking industry, or did you change jobs after the robbery? I actually had a job interview scheduled the day the robbery happened. The interview was rescheduled, but I ended up getting the job, so I only worked at the bank for 3 months after the robbery. I still work in finance, but no longer in a bank branch. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more. Have a nice evening.